Are you an idiot? Well, you're in good company. There are about 8 billion idiots on this planet, and that number grows every day. Don't be the guy or gal that says, "I'm not an idiot," because that makes you the biggest idiot of all. We all have our moments of brilliance and our moments of idiocy. Embrace it, folks. Don't be ashamed. Without those idiot moments, we would never be able to appreciate our brilliance. Welcome to I Love My Idiot, a podcast about the idiots we love, the idiots we loathe, and the idiots we can't seem to avoid. You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Visit our website at ilovemyidiot.com.
Welcome to another episode of I Love My Idiot.
I'm your equal host, Clyde November.
And I'm Rosie November.
And we're glad to have you joining us today.
That's right. Can you believe it, Clyde?
Believe what?
We're doing a freaking awesome job at this. We have so many people listening, and we've really elevated our stuff over the last 15 weeks.
That's very true. I feel like I'm really finding my voice, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, it's exciting. So, how's that pink eye doing there, Clyde?
All right, so here's the thing. I woke up the other day, and I had a mountain of crust on my eye.
Yeah, and he was being the biggest baby you ever heard.
Now, I'm an expert when it comes to pink eye.
Yeah.
So I woke up and I said, I've got pink eye. This is a problem. And my eye was sealed shut.
It was not, Clyde.
And Rosie was skeptical. Rosie, instantly, she told me I knew nothing about pink eye.
I did not say that.
You basically
did. I think it might be allergies, Clyde. It doesn't quite look like pink eye to me. And you were like, I served in the army and I am an expert on pink eye. And I was like, well, I've seen a lot of eyes that are red and I think it might be allergies.
It's very inappropriate to mock a veteran. Secondly, I'll have you know at one point, 80% of my company had pink eye. And I was one of them that didn't contract it because of my excellent hygiene. I am an expert on pink eye, and I was 90% sure what I had was pink eye. So I went down to the doctor, and...
You didn't just go to any doctor, though. You went to the doc in the box.
Oh, yeah, because I'm not going to put in an appointment with Dr. Vance.
Right.
I mean, that takes weeks before he'll see you.
And honestly, Dr. Vance would probably diagnose you with something completely other than pink eye.
I know.
He'd be like, oh, you don't got pink eye, but you got some athlete's foot going on.
He's like, that's chlamydia right there. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
And then he would prescribe you 10 prescriptions because he really likes doing that. Dr. Vance...
He's basically a drug dealer.
Yeah. Anyways, we were on a weekend. Dr. Vance clearly is not working at this time.
We went to the Doc in the Box, which we go to frequently as a family.
Yeah.
With our kids, for ourselves.
We really should have a punch card at this point because every time our kids get any sort of injury or cough or they breathe weird, I take them to the Doc in the Box.
And of course, we're getting the guy that works weekends there.
Yeah.
Now, the fact that he works weekends tells me this is not the A squad guy, right?
Right. Dr. Jim. He's a really interesting guy. I know there are multiple doctors who work on the weekend, but for whatever reason, we always get Dr. Jim.
We always get him. Without fail. It's almost as if he's oh, the Novembers are back.
Right. And
I got this one.
We have seen Dr. Jim 15 times, and his skills at talking to us like normal human beings has not improved.
No, not at all.
We've known the guy for 3 years as our weekend doctor, and it's never improved. He has no patient abilities. He doesn't know how to talk to people.
That's why they work in weekends.
Yeah.
Right?
The other interesting thing about Dr. Jim is he has never once prescribed us a medication. He's the opposite of Dr. Vance.
Even when we've needed it. right?
That's right. I'm like, listen, I know it's a UTI, Dr. Jim. Like, give me some antibiotics. I know what I need. And he's like, nope, there's some over-the-counter something or other. And maybe you need more cranberries in your diet. You know, I'm like, Dr. Jim, I'm having a fever. I'm having real big problems here. You're not helping.
Well, I went and saw Dr. Jim once, and I had something called H. pylori, and I know everyone is sitting there thinking, what the hell is H. pylori? Well, it makes you feel like you're dying.
Yeah, and you get it when you serve in Iraq.
That's right, and it lays dormant in your body for 10 years, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh my gosh.
You're like, I'm probably going to die.
I'm dying. Something is eating my insides. And the guy kept telling me, oh, just drink water. You'll be fine. I'm like, what?
Finally, 2 weeks later, Clyde is literally turning green. Like, his entire body is a completely different color. Maybe we should go see Dr. Vance. Because we know that he's going to give you something that's going to kill whatever's killing you.
He's going to prescribe me like 6 meds. Yeah. And it's going to make me sick, but it's also probably going to save my life.
That's right. That's right. Dr. Jim would never get you there. So anyways, after this pink eye incident, tell us a little bit more about what you found out.
Well, Dr. Jim looked in my eye. He asked me a lot of questions. Every question, my answer was, yes, it's pink eye. I said, dude, 80% of my company, I know pink eye, all right?
Listen, I served in a war. I've seen pink eye.
Yeah. He apparently went to medical school or something.
I mean, you say it's poor to mimic a veteran. I think it's bad omens to not prescribe a veteran medicine for their pink eye. So anyways, me and Clyde get back in the car, and it wasn't pink eye.
No, you said to me, okay, what did he tell you? I said, he looked up my nose. Apparently, I got a lot of snot up there. He said it's allergies or some garbage. Yeah.
So, and he said some over-the-counter eye drops, and
I'm not sure if I'm going to pronounce it correctly. Aloe, I think it's called. He said, go get some aloe. I went and got that. It's basically eye drops.
And the first thing you actually said to me was, now don't get a big head, Rosie, but, and I was like, I was right.
Really, I wanted to grab Dr. Jim by the scrubs and be like, I need this. I cannot let Rosie be right. Please, sir.
Like, seriously, even if it's not pink eye, just prescribe me the drops.
I'm like, just write me a fake prescription. I won't pick it up, I promise. But I have a theory about Dr. Jim.
Oh, yeah? What is that?
My theory is that at some point he got in trouble and they actually took his prescription pad away from him.
He may actually no longer be certified to practice medicine. They're like, where can we put you? We're going to put you in the dock in the box that's on a corner nobody can get to, because it is so freaking hard to get into the parking lot to that place.
Yeah.
And he's like, we're going to put you there and let you practice medicine without a prescription pad for about 5 years, and then maybe we'll trust you in the front lobby of a hospital.
Now, I could see that, like, when the board reviewed his records, he forgot like one college class, and they're like, once you take that, we'll give you your prescription back. Right.
Maybe it's like traffic school. Like, he just hasn't done the class yet, you know? Like, he just needs to go do a 4-hour course.
Yeah, he's like, I can't do it. I work weekends. They'll never give me time off.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, well, here's the sad thing, because this was a few days ago, right? Mm-hmm. The sad thing is the aloe cleared it up like no other.
Because I was freaking right, Clyde. I mean, I may not have served with 85 men with pink eye.
It was 80%. It was 150 men. Okay.
But I'm just saying that I know allergies. Like, all of our kids have them. I've seen what you had before. And I knew that I didn't have to spend 4 hours on a Saturday at the dock in the box with Dr. Jim, who I knew was going to give you useless information. But it's all right. I mean, I'm not saying I'm winning or anything.
Yeah, but you want to know how I know you're a great wife? When you saw me moping around the rest of that day, at some point you said to me, it's okay. I wish it was pink eye. So you could have been right.
I know.
And the truth is, I wished it could have been pink eye, because if it's pink eye, they give you the prescription and then in 24 hours, you're done. Instead, I've had to walk around all week with everyone staring at me like, why is your eye pink?
Oh, Clyde, you're such an over-exaggerator. It's been 3 days since you've been to the Doc in the Box, and your eyes already cleared up.
Yeah, but for that first day and a half, I was ostracized by my friends at work.
Oh my gosh. Seriously, Clyde.
It was horrible.
You're such an idiot.
Thank you.
Well, you also had another interesting kind of appointment this week.
I did.
By somebody who actually has skills that Jim doesn't have.
Well, allegedly. I mean, I slept through it, so for all I know, they did nothing. And,
before we move on, do you think Dr. Jim is offended that every time we see him, we actually call him Jim? Like, we never call him Doctor? Like,
totally.
Seriously, every time I go in there, I'm like, sup, Jim? And he looks at me like, you son of a bitch.
He's like, I didn't go to 9 years of medical school for you to call me Jim.
Yeah. It's like, listen, I'm not the one that took your prescription pad from you.
Yeah. We should start calling him Jimmy.
Oh my gosh. Yes, let's give him a nickname.
Yes.
Or Jimbo.
Jimbo. Hey there, Jimbo.
Good to see you again, buddy. So we're back.
You got more pink eye.
I got a rash here I'd like you to look at.
I got more H. pylori. Yeah, good times.
Yeah.
All right, so on to the other specialist I saw. Now, here's the thing. I love getting a massage, right?
Yeah.
But I also hate being touched.
Yeah, it's a really weird combination.
Yes. So
Try being your wife and trying to give somebody a massage who hates being touched. Like, it's awkward.
I love being touched by you. I could sit there and let you massage me for like days.
Yeah, right.
And I would never get tired of it. But here's the thing.
My little fingers, they wear out way too quickly.
Yeah, you wear out after about 30 seconds. Like, I'll be dying. And keep in mind, we just moved, so my back has been killing me.
Yeah.
We also had a tree cut down, so I've been moving wood, which we may or may not talk more about later. And here's the thing. My back is killing me.
Yeah.
So I keep asking you, like, hey, can you give me a little bit of a massage? And you're like, sure. And then like 10 seconds later, you're like, how was that? And I'm like, oh my gosh, please. I have pain.
Oh
right?
my gosh.
So you told me to seek out a professional.
That's right. A professional that I knew because I'd seen her before.
Yes. I did mention her last podcast. She is some random massage therapist who randomly listens to our show.
Yeah.
Caught me off guard a little bit there, right?
Right.
And I faced my fear. I let another human touch me. But I do kind of have a surprise for you.
What?
The surprise is I actually invited that random therapist here.
Are you serious?
Yes. She's going to be on the podcast.
Oh my gosh.
So her name is not random massage therapist.
Yeah.
Her name is Marissa.
Yes,
And
I love her. I'm so excited that
I know
she's
you
coming
do.
in here. Seriously, I told her the second day I ever met her that she was going to be my best friend.
All right. Here she comes. All right, Marissa, sit down over here. Pull that mic up to you. How are you today, Marissa?
Doing good.
I'm
Welcome to the
so
show, Marissa.
glad you're here.
Thank you for having me here.
Dude, I saw you yesterday and you didn't tell me you were coming on the show. Like, how'd you keep this secret?
How could it be a surprise if I told you?
Yeah.
He made me swear to secrecy.
Oh
I did.
my gosh.
We've actually had this planned since my massage.
Oh my gosh.
So now here's the thing, Marissa. I want to know, what kind of patient was I? Was I a good patient, a bad patient? Just give it to me brutally honest.
You were a rookie patient.
A rookie patient. Well, in my defense,
Inexperienced for sure.
you're the second human I've ever let touch me.
Yeah.
So Rosie was the first, you're the second.
Oh, whatever.
Well,
Don't worry, he was a rookie when I got him too. There's like a probationary period with Clyde.
Well, first of all, Rosie warned me that you were a rookie, so that I needed to go easy on you. And so I knew what to expect, and
Okay.
that you were coming in and you were not going to know what to do.
I would say that's a pretty good assessment of exactly what happened.
Yeah.
I knew for sure you were a rookie when you asked if you should take off your shoes. Should you leave your socks on?
Oh my gosh, Clyde, I can't believe
I know.
Boxers, no boxers.
No, and then she's like, usually people take off all their clothes or can leave their boxers on. And I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe my wife sent me to you.
Like, what kind of therapist are you,
I know.
Marissa?
I told you that I keep you professionally draped and I
That's true.
only uncover the part that I'm working on.
You
I
were
don't see
very
any-
professional.
I don't see anything that you wouldn't want me to see.
Yeah.
So,
Well, don't worry. He wouldn't let you anyways.
I know.
He'd be covering with as much arms as he had.
Yeah. Well, I'm a married man, you know.
he came across really shy and
That sounds right. I am pretty shy.
nervous to get a massage. And like I said, I knew what to expect because Rosie had let me know.
You did share with me, since you're my new best friend, that Clyde may or may not have fallen asleep and drooled on your massage bed.
Hey, that's why I said, for all I know, I got no massage. Like I slept through the whole thing. So she
Yes.
could have at some point just like said, well, I'll wait till he wakes up. Right. Is that what happened? Or did you legitimately massage me the whole time?
I legitimately did massage
Okay.
you, but I've
She's a
thought about
professional.
that. I've thought about that at times. I've thought, I wonder how long that I could just stand there and the person would keep sleeping, because it would be pretty awesome. I could
It would
totally
be-
just start texting and
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It would be so funny if you just like were just laying rocks on them, like just making designs and stuff.
totally. And you know what? Clyde said a couple times, I wouldn't know the difference because I've never had a massage before.
Yeah.
Very
So
true.
he said he didn't have anything to compare it to.
Well, the thing is I wanted to be a good customer. And I kind of dropped the ball, especially there at the end.
Yeah.
Because I've never gotten a massage, as I've said. I don't know what the proper etiquette is. And when I got home, Rosie said, you left a good tip, right? And I said, tip? I was like,
You're
oh
like,
my
yeah, I
gosh.
gave her a fun fact while I was sleeping.
Yeah.
You're like, what, you supposed to like tell her something smart when
Yeah.
you leave?
Like, don't eat yellow snow. There's your tip. Yeah, so the real reason I invited you here today is to apologize to you. Now, if you've listened to the podcast, you know I'm cheap. My friend Andrew,
yeah, he's
we're
the
barely
cheapest.
on speaking terms because he still thinks he's underpaid.
Dude, I haven't seen Andrew in 2 weeks.
No.
I'm just saying, I think he really is like ignoring us.
I know. We're going to have to start paying the guy.
I know.
Just to maintain a friendship at this point.
Dude, I might pay him just to like come hang out. Like,
I know.
Andrew, would you mind hanging out with us? Like, I'll give you $100.
It's like no podcast stuff. Just we'll have pizza and a game night.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I now have like 2 special ladies in my life. There's Rosie, who I love.
Yeah.
And then there's Marissa, who I love her massages. She's an incredible
She's a
woman.
special lady.
She is. Yeah.
Especially
Yeah.
the fact that as soon as I told you I thought you should get a massage, you were like, absolutely not. I hate being touched. And I was like, listen, Marissa's different, okay? Like, you're going to totally feel comfortable with her. Like, she's very professional. I promise she won't look at your private parts, you know? Like, I really had to coax you into it.
You got to be a special person to see my private parts, you know? I don't just like flash those around willy-nilly, you know,
Yeah.
anymore. Because need I remind you that I was in a
Yeah.
company with 150 other men, and,
Yeah, and I mean,
I'm just saying a lot of people
You don't
have
get
seen
pink
my
eye
junk.
by not seeing a few
Yeah,
private parts.
exactly. There was some weird shit going on. All right.
Literally in your eyes. Maybe shit in your eyes.
Not me. Like I said, I didn't contract it. I was careful.
That's right. You were the observer
Yes.
becoming the expert.
Yes. I was the yes. All right, back to the apology.
Uh-huh.
I didn't know I was supposed to tip.
Of course you were.
Okay, how am I supposed to know that? All right, Marissa, how often do you get tips?
I would say, since we talk in percentages a lot about the pink eye, probably about 85 to 87.5%.
Oh my
Wow.
gosh.
Of the time.
That's very accurate. She started that out like she wasn't sure of the number. And
Then she's like
she gives,
87.42.
she's like, not that I'm looking at the data or anything, but
Oh man, that means I'm in the 13% of douchebags.
yeah. Well, I kind of knew that already, but
Yeah. Can I pass mine off as not douchebaggery, but rather just idiocy?
I knew you were a rookie. So
Okay.
I did put it in that category of I don't mind because I know that he doesn't know.
Really, I'm going to say it's your fault. Because when I walked in, one of
Oh
the
my
first
gosh.
things I said to you is you need to tell me how to be a good customer. Do you remember me saying that?
Yes, I do.
I said, I don't know what I'm doing. So you just tell me what I'm supposed to do.
So right now, it seems like you just apologized and then you took it back.
Yes. And then I blamed you. I'm all about victim blaming.
everybody likes to get an apology and then instantly be told, but it's your fault.
Well, here's the thing. In my industry, tips are not required or else they would be part of the final charge. So most people know that it's customary and they just do it probably by obligation because they feel like, oh, I don't want to be a douchebag that doesn't tip.
Yeah.
But I
It's
understand.
okay, Marissa. You can call him a douchebag.
No, I'm tipping next time. So what kind of percentage are we talking? Like a 2% tip, 3%?
Yeah, what's a proper tip for massage therapists?
I mean, it's actually kind of all over the place. A lot of people just hit 15% or 20% on the Square transaction, but a lot of people just give me a $20 bill.
Wow.
I see. Well, I don't
I mean,
want to...
actually, not a $20 bill. I mean, they tip me on the credit card
Yeah.
processing because I don't take cash.
You don't take cash? That's weird.
Wait a minute. You don't even take cash for tips?
Remember, we were talking about, or you guys were talking about jobs
Yeah.
and your first job
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
that you had,
Jobs that the government know about and don't know about?
right?
Right.
So by having everybody do it electronically,
And everything
it keeps you accurate.
exactly.
It-
Yep.
so
Goes straight-
seriously, you're worried that the IRS might come after you if somebody hands you a $20 bill?
right. So it all goes through Square.
Oh my gosh, Marissa, we gotta lighten you up. You're wound so tight.
You know,
Who's massaging you?
I'm just keeping it
Oh my gosh.
above the red line.
Just in
or
case
whatever you
any
call it.
IRS listeners are listening to this podcast, Clyde and I never claim our money. But Marissa always claims to the government every
Hey.
dollar she makes.
I don't know what you're talking about. All right. You know, I
Mm-hmm.
paid taxes on those golf balls I was selling. I don't want
Yeah.
the IRS coming after me. All right. When I worked
Oh my god!
at a pizza
Right.
chain, I claimed every tip.
All
Wink,
I know
wink.
is that about $5,000 has been made this year off of selling our stuff on Facebook Marketplace. I haven't once seen you get out your calculator to estimate tax. I'm just
I don't-
saying.
I don't think you have to pay tax on selling your used crap.
Do you though?
I'm pretty sure.
What do you think, Marissa? She'd run that sucker through Square. She would. Look at her.
I don't-
She totally would.
She'd pay taxes on it. She's like, these knobs, I'm selling them for $20. I better put it through
No,
Square.
actually, no. I would tell them to bring cash because I would say, you know what? I'd be donating this stuff so the IRS doesn't need to know.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree with
all right.
Marissa.
There's some question marks about things that, like, do I pay taxes on that? Do I not? No, I get that. I'm really proud of you for being a no cash business, Marissa, and claiming.
I know. You are the most honest person
You might be
I've
the
ever
most-
met
yeah.
in my life.
Yeah.
Oh, well, thanks.
And I am going to make it right. Next time, I'm leaving a big tip.
I already left her a big tip for you because I felt so horrible. Okay, so you go on a Sunday, which, by the way, I cannot believe you work Sundays. Like, do you ever take a day off, Marissa?
I actually take Saturdays off.
One day a week you get off.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. For real.
Hey, people need massages all the time.
Yeah.
Well,
do
it-
your hands ever hurt? Like,
My hands hurt a little bit every now and then if I've worked a whole lot, but most of the time I use all different tools. So I'll use my forearms and my elbows. And
I like how she just referred to her body parts as tools.
well, that's my money makers.
Interesting.
So
It's like if you only get elbow Marissa, you know she's worked her hands too much that
I
week.
know.
well, no, I
Wow.
always use my forearms and my elbows, and
Mm.
ideally, I would have bars on the ceiling and be using my feet as well.
Oh
For
my
reals?
gosh.
Yes, it's called ashiatsu, and I did it for a while, but I
Wow.
moved a year and a half ago, and I don't have bars on my ceiling currently.
So do you have to like hold yourself up with the bars?
I do use them for stabilization, and every now and then you do hold yourself up, but usually they're just mostly for balance.
Okay, so are you putting your whole body weight on a human being?
You can put I can put my whole body weight on a human being, or I can use one foot at a time. I'm standing on the massage table.
Oh. This sounds so dangerous. You're like a work comp nightmare.
Well, my insurance covers me.
Oh my gosh. Of course they do. You probably pay your insurance on time every month too. Oh my goodness.
It's once a year. And yes, of course. gotta keep it.
Dude, oh my gosh. Speaking of paying stuff on time, we literally paid our car payment this week and figured out that we forgot to pay it last month. Like,
Well, you had a lot going on with the
No.
move.
yeah.
So I went into the bank with $900 because I was thinking I was going to pay $2. Turns out I just forgot to rip the stub out of the book.
Dude, that makes me feel so much better because I was thinking, like, that check is pretty bouncy.
Yeah,
Like,
and I walked in.
I'm not 100% on that one. Like, we're going to have to sell some more shit on Marketplace.
No, I did give them all 900 though. Because I walked in doing the walk of shame and I was like, I'm so sorry. I'm surprised you didn't repossess the car. And then she's like, oh, you paid. And then, because I didn't have another check. So I said, okay, just take all 900, but let's pay for October as well. So we're good for like the next, I don't know.
Till we forget in November.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And then we'll pay double in December.
Yeah.
This is what we do, right?
Yeah. So,
Hold on. Before we move on, can I say something about that feet thing? All right. That is like the 7th layer of hell for me because
Yeah.
not only do I hate being touched,
but you hate feet
I
even
hate
more.
feet. I don't even like Rosie's feet.
That's mean. You like my feet.
I tolerate them.
Well, Clyde, we'll just stick with the basic massage with my hands and my forearms and my elbows and the hot stones that Rosie ordered for you as well.
All
Yeah.
right. The hot
Actually, he
stones was
loves 'em.
really
It
cool.
put you right to sleep.
I know.
Yeah.
Is that what did it?
Well, I don't know. It's probably a combo.
Do the hot stones burn your hands?
I wait for them to cool down enough that they don't.
Is it sometimes hard, like, when you want to eat something, it's too hot, but you still stick it in your mouth? Is that the same with the hot stones? Like, the patience that it takes to let it cool down is, like, more that can be handled?
I would not put it in that category.
Oh, really?
I would say I take them out of the warmer and I just keep kind of touching them until I feel like they're at a good temperature.
So then you use your other tools in
Exactly.
the
I use
meantime.
the other
That's when
tools.
she's using the
Yeah.
elbow.
Right.
Yeah, and
So I don't-
possibly a foot. I mean, we don't know. Weird things
No,
happen.
I'm not using any feet
Please,
currently.
Okay, please tell me though, when Clyde falls asleep next time, just like touch him with your foot and take a picture and send it to me. We'll post it on Facebook.
He's totally gonna cancel his next massage.
I know. The audience can't see me right
Dude,
now.
you're gonna be
but
you're gonna be knocked out like sound asleep. You're not even gonna know until you
I'm-
see it posted on
Here's
Facebook.
the thing. If I wake up and there's a foot on me, that tip is going bye-bye. And this time it won't be accidental.
Oh my gosh.
Feet are not a thing for me. Sorry.
Yeah, we know. I'm so glad you're here because I met you just 2 weeks ago. Actually, it's been 4 weeks now because I have had 2 massages from you, and you go every 2 weeks for the rest of my life. Like, you will also be the other lady in my life for forever. Like, this is a thing. But I'm so glad you're here because I told you on the first time I met you, I was like, I want you to be my friend for forever.
Yes.
And now you're here in our podcasting room. We don't trust anybody in here. So this is awesome.
I know. This is great.
So, speaking of just meeting me 4 weeks ago, how different is it giving me a massage compared to Clyde?
Well, I would say it would be night and day. I don't think you could get much more opposite. So, while Clyde was falling asleep and drooling in his massage, Rosie was so talkative. From the first second she put her head down in the face cradle, she just started asking questions about me and my life. And she also, we talked about her life. And at one point I had to ask her, are you relaxed? Because I just want to make sure that you're having a good massage. Some people start talking, but they don't really mean to.
And I told you, this will be much more awkward if you don't let me talk to you.
Yes. She said that that's the way she relaxes.
Yeah.
And she also told me she's a relationship person.
I am.
And that we were going to be best friends eventually.
Yes. To that you said...
Well, I said, I have listened to your podcast and I've heard you call everybody your best friend.
I know, but you're going to be a special best friend to me. Your best friendship will be different than any of the others.
Okay, well, I'm looking forward to that.
Okay, good.
And you're going to be the favorite from me or my perspective of her best friends because you're the only one that gives me anything. Out of all these weird best friends she has, I don't get shit for it. But now...
Most of them actually don't even like you.
I know.
Like, they're like, is Clyde going to be home? And then if you are home, they're like, can we meet somewhere else?
That hurts. And I want names.
He didn't know that until just
I
now.
know.
He knew it.
I know. Tanya, is she talking about you? I know it. It's Tanya, isn't it?
I'm just saying that when somebody comes in the house and all you do is grunt at them.
That's how I say hello.
I'm like, Clyde, this is Tanya. It's so exciting. She's here to visit. And you're like, meh.
Hey, I was saving my voice for podcasting that night. All right.
Yeah, well, Tanya just felt like you were a real jerk and she never wanted to see you again. So now we meet at the Kona Grill instead of, in the house.
Well, I guess that's okay. She's not eating our food anymore. It's all good.
Oh my gosh, Tanya does listen to this podcast.
Hi, Tanya. I love you.
Oh my goodness. So anyways, I'm talking incessantly.
I mean, I wouldn't say incessantly, but sort of.
So does my talking, because, I'm going to continue to get massages from you. Does it make you uncomfortable or is it okay for you? Because I could change. I mean, I would change for you, Marissa. I mean, it would be hard. Like, I'd have to practice with Clyde first. Like, we'd have to just stare at each other.
That actually sounds pretty nice.
and then you'd have to pretend to go to sleep.
Yes. Yeah, I would have to. And I don't sleep anyways. Like,
yeah, she's like a squirrel all night long. The other night, I woke up at like 3 a.m. because the light was on. I was like, what the freak are you doing? Go to bed.
Oh my God.
I know. I really only get about 4.5 to 6 hours of sleep. 6 hours would be a lot for me.
It's crazy. She's like a drug addict minus the drugs.
I have never done drugs, folks. Never, ever.
Oh, speaking of drugs, what's your drug of choice? Mine's Benadryl.
I would say caffeine.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
That is a good one.
It gets me through massages sometimes. Some days when I'm really tired.
Yeah, that gets me through a lot too.
But back to the talking during the massage. I don't mind it at all. Actually, it's fun for me to talk and listen during a massage. I love it, but I always want to make sure that my client/patient is happy as well, because I definitely know that there's some people that start talking, but they don't really want to be talking.
Oh, and then they get a bad review?
No, I've never gotten a bad review, but I try to stop talking to people and let them talk to me. So if they're continuing to talk, then I'll talk back to them. And I love having conversations, don't get me wrong. But I also don't want them at the end of the massage to say, oh, I talked the whole time. I don't want to go back to her because we're just going to talk again. And I really wanted to go to sleep and drool.
At least you know what you're going to get with Clyde now moving forward.
I know.
Yes.
If you want to talk, you can come on the podcast.
Yeah.
But while I'm getting a massage, I just want silence.
You just want sleep, and that's fine. I mean, everybody does different things in massage. I would say, if we're talking percentages, I would say about 76.9% of the people.
Marissa, you are hilarious. You don't ballpark it, do you?
I mean, listen, I've been doing massage for 12 years, so I have a lot of statistics a lot of numbers to crunch, and I keep good stats. So I think that about whatever I just said.
79 point something, right?
I thought it was 76.9%. She doesn't remember her statistics, but the initial math is correct.
So right after I left, she popped open her spreadsheet on Excel and was like, all right,
Like,
There's another sleeper.
Yeah.
here's a sleeper and a non-tipper. It's a special category.
But no, I would say a majority of the people want to be quiet and kind of just zone out and meditate or go to sleep. But there's definitely a good percentage, a decent percentage of people that do want to talk, and they still feel like they're getting the relaxing experience.
That's definitely me.
Yes. And hey, I mean, we might not have become best friends if if we didn't have that time.
I
right?
know everything about you. You know everything about me. And we've spent several hours together now. So, it's, that's how you become best friends. You get to know each other.
Yep.
So before you became my best friend and you had just given me one massage, when I left, did you think nice thoughts about me?
Of course.
Was I your favorite ever?
You were great. Yes. You were definitely. I mean,
Was I in the top 13.2%?
yes, you were. How could you not be? You just came in like a little bubbly, happy thing, and I just adored you from day one. So,
Aw, thanks.
yes.
So, am I different in person than you thought I would be over the podcast?
I would say you are pretty similar in person.
What about Clyde?
I would say he's a little more shy in person. He's a little more introverted than I would have expected from the podcast.
It's true, people.
It is true.
Stop approaching me in the street.
It's so funny because you're not the only person who said that to me. Almost everybody that listens to the podcast that has never met us, when they meet us, they always say to Clyde, "You're so much different than I thought you were going to be." Or they tell me privately because I'm the bubbly one that wants to talk to them for hours. They're like, "Clyde's so much different than I thought he would be."
They're like, he grunted and walked away.
It was the weirdest thing. He told me not to touch his food. Like,
That's right, Tanya. Stop coming back.
oh my gosh, seriously. She's just going to keep hating you. Like, the hatred is going to
It's
continue.
fine.
Now
It's
she really is
fine.
never going to be one of my best friends.
I've been costing
Thank
you
God for you,
friendships for a long
Marissa.
time. I know. But
Seriously.
Marissa is someone I can get behind. She's a high quality person,
Very honest.
honest.
Yeah. Like to the dot
Yeah,
in her Square app.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Like, the woman has no flaws.
No.
You know what I mean?
Flawless.
Yeah.
And stunningly beautiful. I
Yeah.
mean, how did we get so
So-
lucky?
Yeah. Do you have an idiot in your life?
I do not have an idiot in my life
Well,
You got us.
currently.
we will be your
We're a
idiots
couple
till someone
idiots.
steps up. So,
And now whoever idiot comes into your life is going to have to be approved by Clyde and Rosie.
yeah, they'll be like, dude, that guy just grunted at me. I don't think
Yeah.
I passed approval.
Exactly. You'll learn the different grunts of Clyde. Like
Yeah.
one grunt means, he's okay.
You're like, no, that was his approval grunt.
Oh my gosh. First the dogs have to approve him, and then Clyde and Rosie.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right.
My two dogs, my
Mhm.
golden doodle and my yellow lab, have to approve of
Aw.
my next idiot.
So we talked about this on Claudia's episode. Do you consider your dogs to be your children?
Well, yes, I do. Because I don't have children of my own, and so I definitely consider them my children. I'm not over the top with it, though, I don't think.
No.
I don't think so.
That's what every dog owner that says their dog is their children says.
I've never thrown my dog a birthday party.
Oh, yeah. What kind of mom are you?
Do you get them a stocking for Christmas?
I might have in the past, but not every year.
Interesting.
But I do get them treats for Christmas.
Do you put them in clothing?
I do not put them in clothing.
Okay.
I definitely have I have the little handkerchiefs that go around their neck, but they're,
That's
I would say that's acceptable. That's socially
that is
acceptable.
socially. Do your dogs wear shoes?
my dogs do not wear shoes.
Do you have a stroller for your dogs?
I do not have a stroller for my dogs.
You know, you actually sound like a pretty normal dog owner. Which,
Yeah.
you know, it's exciting.
We actually appreciate that because
Claudia's
related.
nutty. That's right, Claudia. I'm talking about you.
Claudia, I admire that your kids are your dogs. And you know what? I love it every time you put them in dresses and make them look cute and you roll them around in that cute stroller. Like, those are my nieces and nephews, and I love them.
Okay, going back to the fact that my dogs are my kids. In my defense, I did always want human children, but it hasn't worked out that way.
We got a couple extra. Like, if you want one, we'll let you pick which one.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll borrow for a day.
Yeah. Little James collects elves. Yeah.
But yeah, he does have a elf collection. Those are his children.
Yeah.
He also dresses them.
Rolls them around in strollers.
They sit with us at the dinner table.
I'm like, James, put them away. The elves do not need to be at the dinner table. They could get food on them. And he's like, they are a part of our family.
It's like, they're real. It's crazy. The boy is a little nutty. He gets that from his mother.
And we also put him in clothing and
Yes,
roll him
we
around.
dress our children too. It's super adorable.
Oh, well, I'm really glad that you said your dogs are your kids because there's a big rift between me and Clyde on that because I agree. Before I had children, I had a dog named Savannah and she was my baby. Like, I had her since she was a baby. I loved her. And she died at 14 and it was really sad. But yeah, I've always been that believer that your dogs should be your family members. Clyde views dogs in a very different way, which is why a dog has never been successful in our family.
That's right. But
Our last dog was a pretty sad situation.
we got so fed up with that dog that he went and lived with Seamus for a while.
Yeah.
And then Seamus couldn't tolerate him either. So now he lives in a farm upstate. Literally.
Yeah, he
literally.
really does live in a farm.
Aw. He's probably happier there anyways.
I
right?
sure
Oh,
hope
yeah.
so.
He gets yelled at a lot less than
Oh,
when
yeah.
Clyde owned him.
He probably just had too much energy.
Yeah, that, and he liked to eat carpet and like shoes and
Bark.
and bark. And he was 8 years old and he was still,
Acting like a puppy.
yeah,
Yeah.
it was kind of tough. Like, he did damage like siding on the house and like he caused problems that Clyde couldn't handle. And oftentimes I would be like defending him, like, Goose didn't mean to, his name was Goose. Like, we'd always say, talk to me, Goose, he was so cute.
He was cute.
Dude, I miss Goose sometimes.
But I'd give away one of our children if they damaged siding on the house too. So,
Yeah. I know. And it didn't help that Goose had to live with my dad for a period of time. And all my dad did was feed him table scraps and like let him sleep on the bed and stuff. And
all the habits we
Yeah.
tried to instill in Goose were ruined
yeah,
in
they
a
went
2-week period.
yeah, they went out the window and Goose gained like 15 pounds. He already had like fat tendencies. Like, he would overeat and we'd have to like measure his food and stuff. And then he went to live with my dad and it was like Goose like turned into like a different dog.
Yeah. I was like, who's this black lab?
Yeah.
Oh, my tiny little wiener dog now looks like a black lab.
Yes.
So that was weird that we brought up Goose.
Yeah.
Thought we made a promise to never mention him on the podcast, especially when we have a guest here.
I know.
How rude. All right, so we got to
So
bring this back
rude.
to Marissa. Hello, Marissa. All right, Marissa, I have a super uncomfortable question for you. Has anyone ever asked for the happy ending?
I've never had anybody ask for a happy ending in
Really?
person.
Oh.
Okay.
Whoa.
So here's the deal. All right. So here's how it has kind of gone down quite a bit over the years. People that are looking for more call on the phone and they ask a lot of questions.
Oh my gosh.
And once they start asking a lot of questions, and they're always men that are asking.
But the women never want to
The
have
Women never want a happy
I've
ending.
never had a woman that asked
It's
me
so hard to
inappropriate.
please a woman, you know?
I've never had a woman ask me inappropriate questions on the phone, but a man, quite a few men have called and asked inappropriate questions. But they'll start out with a lot of normal questions, but then they keep asking more and more and more questions, and it starts becoming like, okay, all right, a normal person that's just looking for a regular massage doesn't ask this many questions.
Yeah.
And then towards the end, and it's so crazy because it could be so many different voices over the years, but very similar characteristics as far as the way they talk and ask questions. Anyways, at the end of the call, they'll ask if I require draping, which means
Oh my
do
gosh.
I
Interesting.
have to put a sheet over them
Oh.
during the massage? And of course, to that, my answer is yes. I only
Yeah.
provide professional massage services. And I tell them that I'm probably not the person they're looking for, so maybe they need to keep looking.
Yeah.
But a lot of times they just hang up. As soon
Dude,
as
do they ever find that person? Like, are there actually massage therapists out there that give happy endings?
There's got to be, because
Like,
you hear
I know-
about the happy
I thought
ending.
that was just like a thing you hear on TV. Like, it's not a real thing. That's not a real thing,
I'm
is
sure
it?
it's a real thing. If
Are
you
you
go
serious?
if you go on Craigslist, you'll see a lot of
my
ads that
gosh.
say drapes are for windows.
Oh my god!
Come get a massage at Easy Street. No, I'm kidding. Here's a couple of words that we don't like as massage therapists, and that one of them is masseuse. Another one is parlor. And those are two words that I don't know. They just sound seedy.
Yeah.
So we don't really appreciate them.
That's actually really good to know, because I had this weird moment where on the last episode when I mentioned some random massage therapist,
Yeah.
afterwards I started thinking about it and I was thinking, I don't know if that's what they want to be called, right? Because I've heard masseuse, and then I was like, maybe I was supposed to call her a masseuse. And maybe there's a difference between a masseuse and a massage therapist. I don't know. So
What do you like to be called?
Massage therapist.
That's appropriate.
that's
Yes.
the official name.
Okay, so
It is.
Clyde and I, before we knew you, had a huge debate about if it's ever legal for a massage therapist to give a happy ending.
I would think not.
I would think not too.
Okay, so here's the thing. A licensed massage therapist is somebody who's on record with the state.
Yeah.
So I would say that there might be people out there calling themselves massage therapists.
Mm-hmm.
Most likely they'd be in the masseuse category.
Or prostitute
Or-
category.
Working at a parlor
Yeah.
totally prostitute. And probably there's not a documentation of them anywhere, so the state has no idea what they're doing. And I
They
guess
don't use the Square app.
they probably do not use the Square app,
Yeah.
but if they do, they probably just say they're selling, I don't know, little
Mhm.
gift plants. I don't know. I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
But I don't think that it's ever legal, and we definitely don't like that goes on in our industry, because there's a lot of us that have been doing this for many, many years, and we go to a lot of training to learn what we do and better ourselves to be considered somewhat into the healthcare industry. We definitely look towards helping people and their bodies, and we definitely would not like to be clumped in with the
Yeah.
prostitutes and
Yeah.
the people that are providing happy endings.
don't worry. When you literally turned your head and lifted that sheet and were like, you can turn around now, I was like, this girl's very professional. Like she doesn't even get a boob shot. I mean, she just she completely hides herself with the sheet and makes sure that we're totally covered and draped and all the things.
Listen, I want to keep my license.
Yeah. Well, you're doing a really damn good job of it, Marissa. Really
I
good.
know.
Okay, Clyde.
Yes.
Were you the one that I got in an argument with that they don't pay the massage therapist, then they can get a happy ending?
I think that was your brother, Seamus.
Okay.
I was there, though.
Yeah, so Seamus has a theory. If you get a massage, but you don't pay for it at that time, say you were to pay at a later date, that you could technically get a happy ending.
Possibly. I don't really want to think about it, though. Gosh, that's just in my industry. I mean,
Yeah.
it definitely
They're
has,
giving you a bad name.
Yes.
Seriously.
I know. There's a lot of people that think of the massage therapy industry as seedy, but I think everybody that gets massages professionally,
Mm-hmm.
from professional massage therapists, realizes that there's a lot of people out there that are very professional and
Yes.
hold the sheet properly while you turn over
Yeah.
so that we don't see anything, and we want to make you feel as comfortable as possible, and we want to keep our licenses.
I'm glad that you made that very clear because Seamus and I literally argued about this for about 30 minutes. And I was like, I'm almost 100% sure that it's always illegal.
I'm pretty sure that it is too. That otherwise they wouldn't do stings
Yeah.
on parlors. They literally shut down massage parlors quite a bit.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know the statistics on that.
99.9% of massage parlors that give out happy endings get shut down.
I would say that's probably
if
pretty
they
accurate.
are rated.
Hey,
That is-
only if people are blabbing. Right?
Right.
Oh my gosh. Of course people are blabbing. They're like,
I
dude,
know.
I got the best massage at Easy Street, apartment 201.
Oh, yeah.
You got to go see these people.
Yeah.
And you get to pay
Word of
the
mouth.
next
Yeah.
week.
Well, when I was in the Army,
Oh my
and this is an inappropriate story, but when I was in the Army, we went to the strip club once. This has
Mhm.
nothing to do with you, Marissa. Sorry. She's like, what kind of girl does he think I am? No, we went to this strip club once, and the first guy to pay for the $20 lap dance, she took him back there and went way too far, right?
Mm.
So he comes out, and what does he tell all of us?
That
He
she
says,
went
see
too
the one in the
far."
blue underwear? Yeah. She goes like too far. And we're all like, okay, I guess we're getting lap dances from that one all night. Right? The rest of the night, we were just paying that girl over and over and over.
Wow.
And not another person got any action. But that girl probably walked out with like $500. Right?
So all she had to do was give one of you action, and then she made a lot of
Yes.
money.
She saw the group that was winning.
Yes.
She knew what she was doing.
You're like, maybe it's like a lotto ticket. Maybe this is the time, you know?
Oh,
I'm just
yeah.
gonna,
She was smart though when you think
Yeah.
about it,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
She knew.
she knew.
She saw Army guys come in. She's like, oh yeah.
I got
These
this.
guys are suckers.
This is going to be a good night.
She picked out her blabber. She's
Yeah.
like, who's the one that's going to talk? Ah, Boomer.
And she started a wildfire,
Mhm.
and there it went.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And
No,
there
I'm
it
joking.
went.
It wasn't Boomer. So if Boomer's wife is listening, it wasn't Boomer.
It was another friend. It was probably Red. Let's be real. He was kind of a ladies' man.
Yeah. Well, you know, he was well endowed. So
Well, I'm so glad that you settled that debate because, yeah, Seamus needs to know the truth. It's never okay.
It's never legal.
And it's
Now,
never
what,
legal.
What actually happens, I have no idea
Yeah.
because I'm not part of that
Mhm.
part of what goes on.
Yeah.
But I know that for a licensed massage therapist who has to pay their licensing fees to the state every year, it shouldn't go on.
Do you like your job?
I do really like my job. I definitely like being quiet a lot of the time. I like talking
Mm.
sometimes too, but I like the soothing atmosphere. I like that people come to see me and they leave happy, but not happy ending. But they leave relaxed and they leave refreshed and they have less pain. And I think it's a much better job than, I don't know, meter maid or,
Mhm.
Oh,
things
yeah.
where people are just always unhappy to see you. So
Yeah.
I do. I like helping people.
And you definitely bring a lot of happiness.
You really
Like,
do. You make the world a better
You made
place.
my day. You made Rosie's day twice.
Yeah.
And you're going to make my day again Sunday. So.
Yeah, we're really excited about that. So, since I have you, I'd really like to do your Google searches, if you don't mind.
Oh my gosh.
Would you be okay with that?
I have no idea what's in there. Yeah, sure. Let's go.
This is pretty cool. We've never Google searched
know.
a guest before.
Why did you Google search how to talk on a podcast? Like, are there actual tips out there that says how to talk on a podcast?
Listen, you can Google everything. You guys know that.
We never once Googled how do we talk on this thing. We're just like, we put mics in front of our faces.
I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. I'm pretty sure you guys did some research.
Have you listened to our first
Yeah.
2 episodes? Until Andrew came along, we
It
were a
was
hot
trial
mess.
and error for sure.
Oh my gosh. Well, ever since Clyde and I came up with this idea to bring me on as
Yeah.
a surprise, I was a little nervous because I don't do any speaking. I don't do videos or podcasts or anything like that. So I was like, well, I guess I better do my research. And
Well,
it was just gave me 10 tips. I don't know if I remember all of them. One of them was have fun.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
Have you had fun?
I have had fun.
I've had a blast.
I
don't know
me
about
too.
you guys.
I'm very excited that she's going to become a regular on our show.
I know. We're totally bringing you back because
Yeah.
I've loved this experience.
Exactly. This is awesome.
I'm excited.
How long has this been a dream of yours?
Well,
3-4 hours?
I hadn't really considered it, but it sounds like fun to come on again.
Yes. We'll come up with some great topics for next time
Absolutely.
because I will be prepared for you. I didn't know you were coming today. Why did you Google search when is Daughter's Day? Like, is that a real thing?
Well, I was seeing it on Facebook all over the place. Everybody was posting about their daughters. And I don't have a daughter, but I have a dog that's a female. So, of course, I had to add my little golden doodle puppy on there. And, that's all I can represent with. So,
Did your parents remember Daughter's Day?
Well, I don't think that my parents know about Daughter's Day. I don't know that most people know about Daughter's Day until they look on their Facebook.
I didn't know about Daughter's Day until I read your Google search.
Well, I realized I was a day late because I don't really look at my Facebook every day. And so I looked and I thought I didn't even look at the dates of Daughter's Day. I didn't look at the dates that people were posting. I just thought that because I was seeing so many of them that it was Daughter's Day. But then I saw somebody post, oh, happy Daughter's Day yesterday or something like that. So I Googled to see when it was. And it was the day before I was posting my puppy daughter.
Let me tell you something. When you have a 4-year-old little Rosie that has my personality, every day is Daughter's Day.
That's true. And it's horrible. Daughter's Day is not fun.
No, especially if she's in a mood. And today she was in a mood, let me tell you.
Yeah, she's been in a mood all year.
Yeah.
So
Turning 4 was hard. Like, being 4 is really hard.
yeah. Now, the interesting thing about Daughter's Day is this obsession people have now of creating days. I showed up at work one day and there were donuts, which, yay. But someone was like, National Donut Day, right?
Is that seriously a thing?
It's a thing. And
oh my gosh. I need to get
there's-
on Facebook because I'm totally out of the loop on all these
You
holidays.
could look up any day of the year. I haven't actually done it, but people have told me about it. That you could say what is today, and it'll be like National Buy a Pencil Day or some
Oh my
stupid crap
gosh.
like that. So it's this weird obsession people have of trying to make every day special now. So
There was definitely a National Dog Day. It
Yeah.
was not that long ago. I don't remember the date, but it was all over Facebook. That's how I found out about it.
I'm excited to meet your golden doodle.
I know. I'm excited too. Maybe you'll convert us to get a dog again.
I know. I've always thought that if I ever got a dog again, golden doodle would be the thing. So how's that experience going with your golden doodle?
She's a handful. I'm not going to lie.
Okay,
I've
I take
had
it
her-
back. No golden doodle. I don't have it in me in
Maybe
this point in
we
my
get one
life.
that's just like sad because their owners want to get rid of them.
I know.
You know?
Our ideal dog is a dog that's super depressed.
Yeah. They'd fit
So-
in perfectly in our house.
I know.
Well, I mean, I think she's got potential for the future.
Oh, good.
But she definitely is. She's a hyper little girl.
Mm.
And like yesterday, well, technically early this morning, she woke me up at 1:50 a.m. Just decided to come in my room and start barking and then
Oh
just
my
run
gosh.
out and go back to sleep. So
You're like,
she-
now I'm awake.
yeah, she keeps me on my toes. Let's just put it that way.
Oh my
But I love
goodness.
her. She's super cute.
That's so funny that we're talking about this golden doodle because her next Google search is creator of Labradoodle regrets. Are there regrets about this?
I had a friend who texted me an article about the creator of the Labradoodle, who I guess is in Australia, and supposedly he created the Labradoodle in the late 1980s. And
Wow.
he said in the article that he created a Frankenstein.
Oh
And
my
he-
gosh.
and he has the biggest regrets, and he doesn't understand why it became such a big thing and everybody's doing it for the money and this and that. And so I was reading this article. Well, I Googled it because my friend just sent me a snapshot of the article. So then I
see.
Googled it to find the actual article so I could read it.
So is he regretful because it became such a big thing and now people are like just making tons of these?
I guess so. It seems like he was saying that people are crossbreeding the poodle with every different kind of breed now, and sometimes
Mm.
it doesn't make much sense. And I believe he said he first came up with the Labradoodle because he had I think the person was allergic to dogs but was also needing a service dog. So he was coming up with a breed that would be smart and hypoallergenic, and the Labradoodle seemed like the Labrador Retriever mixed with the poodle seemed like a good mix. So he came up with this just for one person, I believe.
You know,
And then
I'm not going to lie. It does not seem like rocket science to put two dogs, maybe one is in heat together and being like, this is going to happen. Like to become the creator of something. I guarantee you that my parents created all kinds of breeds of dogs because they never got our dogs fixed and they were always roaming the neighborhood. Like the fact that he calls himself the creator, like that's kind of a God complex a little, and I'm just not sure.
I do not know the details. I mean, I
Oh my
really just
gosh.
read through that really, really fast. And then there was another girl that was talking about how she thinks that her Labradoodle is the best dog in the whole wide world. And so she was defending her dog against what the person who came up with it said. But I agree with you. I don't know how, unless he patented his
Right.
two dogs
I made
together.
this dog.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
In the late 1980s, but then I don't think I ever saw a Labradoodle until like 10 years ago.
Dude, I saw a Labradoodle when I was 6 years old.
Okay,
And
well,
it was the craziest looking dog because my grandma loved miniature poodles. Like those, that was her digs. And like I said, my parents never got dogs fixed. And so we had a female lab, and this little guy, he made it happen. Even though he was a little guy, somehow we had a litter of like 13 Labradoodle puppies.
Miniature Labrador.
Miniatures.
oh, and those are the ones that are a little pricey. Those things go for
Dude, we
$3,000.
couldn't even get rid of them. Like, we took them to the store in a box, and they're like, what are these, like, curly-haired, ugly labs?
Oh my gosh! And that was before they were popular.
I know. Technically, my dad created the Labradoodle, so I'm just saying he should be getting some of this, you know, notoriety and
I know.
maybe
If
money.
we were more tech savvy, the internet would already know about
I know.
your dad.
I have pictures of these things, so
You could probably write an article
Maybe.
about how he regrets.
they weren't cute. Like they were like black and kind of spotty. Like some of them had white in it, and it just looked like somebody took like a can of white paint and a can of black paint and just like threw it in the air on top of some poodles. And it was weird. Nobody wanted to buy these dogs. So
Somebody would want to buy him nowadays.
yeah, now
Now
Big
you'd
money.
be rich from
I
selling those
know.
dogs. You wouldn't even had to go pine coning. You could just sell dogs.
believe it? We really missed an opportunity.
I know. And we actually had a dog that was a Frankenstein creation as well. His name was Goose.
We talked about him earlier.
yeah.
Everybody knows about him.
And the thing with Goose is the people that brought Goose into the world, they had this German short hair pointer, one of those hunting dogs with like the brown head, gray body.
That are
And
gigantic.
yeah, and they're big hunting dogs. And their dream was to breed this dog and sell the puppies for like thousands of dollars.
With the same kind of dog.
Yes. And there was another one in the neighborhood that they were going to like bring over and, have them do their thing. Anyways, they also had a wiener dog.
Named Guinness.
And Guinness was not fixed, and they thought about getting Guinness fixed. However, they said there's no way Guinness and our German short hair pointer female are going to hook up. Anyways, one day, the guy walked into his kitchen, saw the female German short hair pointer doing some weird Superman pose on the kitchen floor, laying flat so that Guinness this tiny little wiener dog could get behind.
Oh my gosh.
And what do you know? Goose was created.
He was.
And Goose was this tiny little puppy, but he grew.
He did.
And he ended up
He had a really long body.
yeah, he
but
ended
like
up
teeny
just
tiny
looking
short
like
legs.
the biggest black wiener you've ever seen. It was crazy. So
Yeah. But
he,
honestly, he wasn't made right. Like his body was too heavy for his legs, so they like bowed really
yeah,
bad.
his legs
and
were bad. He had a bad
especially
back.
when he moved in with Dad and gained that 15 pounds. Like his little body couldn't handle it.
But it's all good because he lives at a farm upstate now.
That's
so.
true. He's very happy. Last one. Why did you Google search barbecue near me?
Well, I had somebody come see me for a massage recently, and he was telling me how he was from Texas and saying that he missed the food in Texas.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought he was talking about barbecue. And I said, oh, there's this great barbecue place that's just down the street. And I couldn't remember the name. So
Mhm.
I started Google searching it. And then he was like, no, I wanted Mexican food. And I was like, oh, okay.
Do you realize he was saying that probably for a window to ask you out to go to dinner with him? Instead, your like analytical brain is like, I'll look up some barbecue for you. Dude, he wanted to go out with you.
I don't think so.
You need to call that guy back.
You gotta nail that down. I think he wants a date. I would never go up to a guy and be like, really wish I had some food right now. Like maybe somebody to eat it with, unless I was looking for a date.
No, I don't think so. I mean, I do know he was single, but
Okay,
Oh
that
my
seals
God.
it.
Oh my goodness.
however, I really don't think he was asking me out.
Was he cute?
He was pretty cute.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, he's cute. You're cute. You're talking about dinner.
Yeah.
And you're too busy Googling
Yeah.
instead of just saying, yes, let's go out. This
I
is
think
horrible.
he was probably like, she wants barbecue. I told him I am not really that big into Mexican food.
Oh geez.
I think that he realized that it was a deal breaker.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh.
I get it. If Rosie didn't like
Yeah.
Mexican, it'd be over for me too. So
I mean, I like it. I just don't like the way I feel after I eat it.
Well, nobody likes the way they feel
I
after they eat it.
don't really like the way my legs look after I eat it for a while either.
Yeah. I'm just saying that guy wouldn't have looked too bad after he ate some Mexican food and you were sitting next to him. Like, you're crazy, girl. He was asking you out. Oh my gosh.
I'm still recovering from my last breakup, so just giving it a
I'm
rest.
just saying it's one hot guy away from moving on, like That guy wanted a happy ending, but in a relationship status way. Oh my gosh. You needed us in your life. We're going to help you navigate through the seas of singleness in this world and the cues that men make when they want to go out on a date. Like, looking for some food.
At this point, I'm super picky.
Mm.
I know what I'm looking for, and I know what I'm not looking for, and
Yeah.
I saw some red flags, so let's just say that.
Like
I
Mexican
see.
food? Like, that's a red flag.
Nah, I wouldn't call that a red flag.
Were his
For me,
feet
it wasn't.
stinky?
No.
That is one thing I do when I go to her is I always wash my feet in the bathroom. I feel weird about like my feet, like if they're going to be stinky or something and she always
Yeah.
touches my feet,
And she's not making that up because I did come around the corner and she was barefoot in the bathroom, drying off her feet, getting the black lint out from between her toes.
Yes.
Which I very much appreciate
Thank
as a
you.
massage therapist. Yes.
Yeah.
yes.
There's
kept-
really nice smelling lotion in her bathroom too.
I kept my socks on. And I told her don't touch my feet, right?
Yes, you did tell me that.
Did
Yes.
you touch his feet?
I didn't touch his feet. But if I had, I don't know if he would have woken up or not.
You should let her touch your feet. It would make the world of difference. Is it good to massage the feet because of all the pressure points and the things?
I mean, I think it is good to get a full body massage and not really miss the feet. I mean, the feet do have a lot of pull.
Okay,
they do
here's
a lot
the
for
thing,
you.
and I know Clyde is thinking it and he won't say it. His feet are kind of weird looking.
Is that why you're embarrassed about your
He's
feet?
embarrassed about his feet.
Well, this is awkward.
So, have you ever seen some weird looking feet?
I have seen some weird looking feet.
Okay, so you wouldn't judge these weird looking paws that he's got.
She's speaking my language. She's talking about
Talking
dogs.
paws.
All right. I would say I would not judge, but I haven't
Tomorrow.
seen them, so we'll
Yeah.
see. That's up for debate.
Tomorrow, those feet are getting
Well,
massaged.
the other thing is I don't like taking my socks off because my feet get really dry really fast. And so, like, I always wear socks. Not always, but I take them off in the shower and stuff. But
yeah,
is that weird? Like, what if I was like, I want to leave my socks on?
she needs to
That's-
massage your feet
Yeah,
without your
I mean,
socks
I
on.
can massage your feet with your socks on.
It won't be as good.
That's up for debate. Because if the whole time that I'm massaging his feet, he's thinking, oh my God, there's something wrong with my feet. She's going to judge me for my feet. Then he's probably not enjoying himself anyways.
Exactly.
So we might as well just let him, we need to ease into this.
Oh my
know.
gosh.
Let's just keep on the socks.
Maybe like one day we can work to like taking one sock off,
Uh-huh.
Eventually we'll
I'm
get
sure
to
your
two.
feet are normal. Yes, I haven't seen anybody else's feet look like your feet. But she's seen a lot more feet than I have.
Yeah, a lot of guys don't have the greatest looking feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest with you. They don't care. They can still get on with life and
Mhm.
pull women without nice looking feet. We can't. We can't get away with it.
No,
Guys are always making fun of feet.
I know.
Like if we have nice feet and they're complimenting our feet, they're making fun of other women's feet. The
Yeah.
princess toe or the nail polish that's not right or something like that. Guys really pay attention to feet.
yeah. All I'm saying is I take a lot of effort. Things get waxed all over my body every 90 days. But this man still won't let me see his feet.
You don't see his feet
No.
No.
Ever.
I never show her my feet.
Never.
Oh my gosh, it's
I
kind of like.
I bet I've seen his feet twice in our entire marriage.
Are you serious
I'm
right now?
serious. Yes.
That is
Yeah, I
crazy.
keep my socks on all the time.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's kind of like, have you heard of those people that are never nude?
Yeah.
He's
my,
like-
my feet are never nude.
He's like a never
He
nude.
is
with
a never nude person.
that is crazy.
We found your category, Clyde.
Dude, we gotta Google if there's other
Oh
feet
my
never nudes
gosh.
out there. That'll be on our searches next week.
All right.
Stay tuned, folks.
If we can get you to get a foot massage, then we'll be winning.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. Just the conversation is like making me sweat.
Yeah, we
And
know.
I'm not
We're looking
sure
right at you.
if it's because this room is really hot or if it's just me. Are you guys hot?
No.
no.
Well, this is awkward.
He can't even stand the thought of you touching
I know.
his feet.
It's this whole conversation has taken a turn.
mean,
Oh,
he
my
really
gosh.
wanted to keep his shoes on too.
Oh
so
my gosh, Clyde. Seriously.
I know. She said it was bad etiquette. Shoes
Oh
had
my
to come
gosh.
off.
What
Aw.
percentage of men take off their boxer shorts?
So people that get massages a lot, usually take everything off because it is a better flow without the underwear on. However, there's just some people that just wear their underwear, which is fine. Either way is fine. I just want the person to be comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
I know how to drape properly, so I don't see things that I'm not supposed to see. So
yeah, we know. We've seen you completely hide your face when we're turning over in the, bed or whatever it is.
So anyways, I don't really care either way. People just need to be comfortable. So I
promise you I will always wear my underwear.
That's a promise you're making right now.
Yes, that's a promise I will make you. Clyde will probably always wear his socks, but I will always wear my underwear.
Yeah. I can't make promises about the underwear, but the socks will remain on.
Oh my goodness. Well, maybe I'll try it no underwear like one time just to see if your theory is accurate.
And to make sure you hold true about those no happy endings. Like, I took my underwear off one time, and what do you know?
Oh, my word.
That's the signal.
Oh, my God.
I'm just joking,
oh, my
Marissa.
goodness.
I know.
Well, Marissa, we really appreciate that you came on the show today.
Thank you for having me. It was so much fun.
And you
I'm so
are going to
glad.
come back, right?
I will come back.
Okay. And I want you to be my friend. Like, I don't make friends easy. Mostly because I don't like people. But I do like you. And I sensed something good out of you when you were very silent while you were like massaging me. I was like, this is nice. There's no conversation.
Yeah.
So I was thinking this person would make a really good friend. So I want you to be my friend. I know you're Rosie's friend primarily. But,
Isn't that every caveat in your life, Clyde?
Yeah. It's like
things are primarily about Rosie. But
it's like
I'm
more
here.
people like Rosie, so once someone likes Rosie, I can kind of try to weasel my way into their life.
But you will be my best friend, but you will probably be Clyde's only best friend.
Yeah. No, you can't be my best friend.
That's true.
Boomer's feelings would get hurt.
Boomer has that spot locked down.
You're still my
I'm
boy.
not even above Boomer, so it's fine. But yes, it was really great to have you. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
And thank you to all our listeners for tuning in to us for another week.
Don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
You can visit our website at ilovemyidiot.com.
And don't forget to tell an idiot that you love them.
And get a massage.
I love my idiot.
It's very inappropriate to mock a veteran.